Welcome back to fans, Lazygamer here. In this series of tutorials we will go further into details and learn something more substantial, namely doors. In this first part I will show how we used to make doors, but I will also show a bit on how textures work, because showing how to easily make a door in the next video will not quite show it off. So let's get started. Now, a door in its basic form is a sector that moves up and down to block the player's travel from one sector to another. So let's first make a sector. And if we go into 3D mode, you will now see that I have connected one sector from another. This is where we start. This is where we move into. So that's fine. But to move around, by the way, like this, press the Shift key and then move. Just move the mouse. No buttons needed. Just move it around. To look around, you can release to move further and back. It will become second nature to you. Anyway, back to doors. Now this is just a sector. To make this a door, go into sector mode with S, or click here again if you want. Right click on this sector, go to properties, and the floor height is 0, and that's what the ceiling height I want it to be as well. So selecting 0, let's go out with OK for now. We'll now have lowered the sector and we have an ugly missing texture. That's fine. If we go press H, we have this side and this side. We will right click, look at front and back, and you noticed the textures on, I'll press C for a moment to unselect everything. When we click here, the texture is in the middle. If we select this, which has a lowered ceiling, we have essentially moved the wall that really wasn't there, but let's pretend it was, down here. And so this is not really aligned to this wall. So textures will be here. In the same way, if we moved the floor up, textures will show up down here. Just a thing to think about. You don't have to think too much. Any missing textures will arrive when or where you where they need to be. You can, in certain circumstances, want to put the texture here when you don't need to, but I'll cover that in a separate video. Anyway, we don't have to do this, but if we do it, we don't only have to do it once. So once again, select this side and this side. Essentially, it's the front of both sides. Right click. There is no texture on the back side because that's still part of the void. The front side of both sides will get a texture. Let's go to doors, which shows all the normal doors in the game. This is fairly standard. I like it, and it also fits the boundaries of the sector, which is 128 by 128, and this texture too is 128 by 128, so it fills out the whole thing once. C to deselect, H to remove the blinky horrible select this thing for me thingy, and we have something that looks like a door. We still have to give it an action. That's easier done in 2D mode, so let's go there. Zoom in and out by scrolling the mouse wheel once again. Or first time really, but that's how you do it. That's different from grid, but just to have a closer look. For door to work both ways, once again we have to go and look at line defs. This line aligned up perfectly because, well, it worked that way. But if, say, one of the pegs were pointing inwards, oh, well, it isn't a void, but oh, never mind. You will have to put it outwards because when we select those and go in to make an action, we will for this door to open, we need the player to press use, or that is the thing I will choose anyway, and that will only work with the peg pointing outwards towards the usable part of it. Now we will make it repeatable so we can open it several times. And we'll go to browse action, go to doors, open a sub category and choose door generic. And that's about it. We have now made a door. Of course, I slowed this down to show details, but if you want to, when this door opens, the side things will move, and sometimes that's what you want, but I will lower unpeg it to make it stand still. And while we're at it, let's give the side panels things a different texture as well. Again, go to doors, door track seems to be a good thing. Now, for the first time in this tutorial series, we will test our map to see that the door works. So let's have a look at it, and then we'll end the tutorial here. So in the meantime, this has been your host, the Lazygamer, showing off doors and a bit of texture knowledge. Bye guys.